Everyone, welcome back. It's Melanie, your She Shed Scrapper. So today I am back with a one-page layout using the mix-in paper pack from the April through June Close to My Heart catalog. I am also using the embellishments from the Cosette collection. I did not snatch up any of the other pieces in the Cosette collection, but loved the embellishments and wanted to kind of showcase those and the mix-in paper pack. So we are going to be using 3 different papers, I believe, from that mix-in paper pack. And what that is, it's a kind of like an extra pack of paper that you can buy that matches all 3 of the collections that are in the catalog. So this here, I'm kind of doing a burlap, I think is kind of what that texture is. The pine has a kind of like a script on it. And then I will be using French vanilla, I believe, for my background paper. But I think I'm also bringing in one of the pink papers here. So this just kind of has, I don't know, it gives me like old time wallpaper vibes almost. But I am going to be bringing that in as well. And I wanted to use one of my stamps I got from the stamp sale a couple months ago at this point. And so what I'm going to end up doing is actually bringing a strip of French vanilla across the page, and that'll enable me to then use that stamp. I think it would have just been way too busy if I were to stamp that on that kind of, I think it's maybe peach paper. So I will be bringing in just some French vanilla so I can stamp without it kind of being too crazy. The photo I'm going to be scrapbooking today is a smaller photo because it is an older photo. My grandma passed away this last summer, and so when we went through all of her things, we looked through a bunch of her photos, and I just absolutely love this one of her and I back in the day. Sharing, we each have our own straw, but drinking from the same cup. And I knew kind of that the papers I wanted to use were kind of more vintagey, heritage kind of. And so I thought this would be the perfect photo to scrapbook. I am bringing in a couple of different papers and embellishments from last year's National Scrapbooking Day workshop. I can't think of what it's called right now. It's like happiness. I can't think of the hope and kindness, maybe, is what it is. Not available anymore, unfortunately, but the colors matched perfectly, and so I'm using a couple of the scraps from that collection to back my photo. I did the French vanilla, and then the pine, and then that pink. I'm thinking it's peach. And then my title is actually going to be a sticker from that sticker sheet from that collection. I think I might actually have a whole kit left. If anybody is interested, you can comment down below. And I'll probably be interested in selling it just because I have so much that I haven't touched yet. And when I was digging through to find it, I'm pretty sure I have the whole collection. So this is the stamp that I got. It was exclusive for the sale. The stamping sale a couple months ago. I am using pine to stamp it on. I just think it is so fun. And what I did ahead of time too, I've seen other makers do it as well. I stamped other colors of the same stamp. There's 2 flowers in that stamp set. And so I stamped them ahead of time and then actually fussy cut the flowers out. So here you can see I did, I think, papaya and peach. And then I'm just going to kind of layer them over where those flowers are on the actual sheet. You can see I did a smudge down there kind of in the middle, and I did make sure my photo will cover that up. Unfortunately, I did not clean up my stamping block, and that's kind of the result. So make sure when you're stamping to check for kind of any excess ink around the stamping block, because if you are stamping directly on your layout, you can get smudges like you see there. I did get another smudge on a layout I did here recently as well. So kind of a bummer. So just make sure you clean off that stamping block. So this is the sticker I'm going to be using from that, I think it's that Hope and Kindness. So you can kind of see the sticker sheet to the left there. And what I did is I took the sticker strips from that sticker sheet and added them to the top and the bottom. And I believe that is the color Sage. Again, everything just matched so perfectly. So I loved having kind of that barrier and an extra kind of pattern, I guess, between the French vanilla and that pink. So I just felt like that kind of drew in maybe that sticker sheet a little bit better. So I'm just I popped that title sticker up on some foam tape. This is the embellishment pack from the Cosette collection that you can get now. I love how it's like an old like newspaper print. I think it's so fun. So I'm just kind of trying to play around with where to place them. The whole reason I did this layout was to try to use up some of these embellishments. And so I kind of just playing around, and then I realized that there were quite a few butterflies. And so I am actually going to end up using quite a few of the butterflies after I kind of layer some of the greenery behind the photos there, or not the photos, those popped up flowers there. I thought the greenery pieces of this was perfect for that. And then here's where I find the gorgeous butterflies. And I realized when I put them in a book, they will flatten out. But in the meantime, I only glued the center of them so I could kind of fold up their wings and give this layout a lot of dimension. I don't know. I love the way it looks. Maybe this will be one that I put in a shadow box so that you can see that dimension of those butterflies, but I just kind of did those at a diagonal down the page, and just really like the way that looks. I had such a big open white space to the right though that it was kind of bothering me, so I did have to kind of figure out what to place there. There was a stamp shape there from the Cosette embellishment pack, so I did add that over there, and then I realized I had one of each colored flowers left that I had previously stamped. So I did end up fussy cutting those. And the reason why I wanted to fill in that white space, I just felt like the layout was kind of heavy on the left side. By filling in that white space, I feel like it evens out the layout a little bit better. So I'm just going to fussy cut that other darker, I think I did papaya, or I might have been mistaken and did paprika. I think it should have been papaya, but I'm not sure now which one I did. But you can see that I just kind of layered them and then went back to the Cosette and found another leaf to tuck in behind that layer. So I am just loving the stamping on this one. The Cosette embellishments I thought were so fun. So I will link the Cosette collection down below and the Mix-In paper pack. And then again, if you are interested in that Hope and Kindness collection, just let me know down below and I will try to figure out how I can ship that to you. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and we will see you next time. Bye guys.